Hi everyone, good morning. So today I'm just going to do a get ready with me. As you can see, I look pretty horrendous, but I'm going to do a get ready with me. I've been actually sick all week. All of us have been sick the last couple of weeks and it's been kind of hell. So I think we're finally making ourselves, getting out of the worst of it, to be honest. So I thought I'd film. Also, super happy, I guess, and a little bit weight has come off my shoulders this week because yesterday I went and I went to my residency appointment and everything was fine. So my son went a couple weeks ago, right after Christmas, and his was approved super fast. And he also got his card last week, which normally takes a couple of months, but he got his within a week. And yeah, he's fine. And then I had mine yesterday, and we had to wait a little bit, and we were getting a bit, I was getting a bit nervous because when we went for my son, we didn't really have to wait. We went straight in and it was all super, super quick. And then because we waited yesterday and it was a different building that we had to go to because I guess I'm an adult. So, it doesn't, it's a little bit different system with me, and it was fine. We went in, and as soon as we went in there, he's like, don't worry guys, it's gonna take 5 minutes. And I'm like, I was just so happy because I'd been worried about this for a while now. I'm just going to use my e.l.f. Illuminating Primer Mist. Trying to work through my project planning stuff. If you can, I don't know if you can see, but it's about down there, so I'm super happy. Yeah, anyway, so went in there and it was just so good. So got my picture taken and he just needed to see proof of address, my tax number for Portugal, which I got back when I got my initial visa when we were still living in the UK, so that was fine. And yeah, it was amazing. It went better than it could have ever imagined it, because I think me and my partner were a little bit nervous because obviously he's Portuguese and our son in a way is Portuguese, even though he doesn't have a Portugal identity yet. He doesn't have passport or anything like that. We've tried to get him, but the system is really, really slow because of COVID and everything. So yeah, so that's good. Even though I feel absolutely horrendous and I've been feeling pretty bad all week and very stressed out about that for the last few months, I'm more than happy that it's now over, at least for a couple of years. And obviously we are, engaged. We've been engaged for, I want to say 7 years now. We just have never gotten married because we got engaged when we were living in Florida. And I think I'm going to use my Urban Decay actually foundation. I haven't really used this too much, and I'm going to do my Shop My Stash, so I'm going to be rolling it out. So I figured, why not use it? So yeah, we've been engaged a long time, but we were living in Florida when we got engaged. None of my family were there. None of his family were there. So we weren't going to do a wedding or anything. Or, my family was all the way in Europe, so it was just going to be, actually both of our families were in Europe. Some of his was in New Jersey, but it just would have been absolutely hell to get anybody and everybody to a wedding, and also would cost a fortune. So we always said, well, let's just do it when we leave. And then when we got to England, we just never got round to it. As you do, life happens. And then, I've always wanted a baby, so we got pregnant, and yeah, it just was never a priority. But now it seems like it should be a priority. So if we get married, the visa thing will be a lot easier and better. Because right now my visa is going to last 2 years and then I can renew it, but I can renew it online, so it sounds nice and easy, doesn't sound complicated like it was in the UK. Oh my gosh, the UK was so complicated. I did say I wanted to do a video about the whole process if somebody's interested and they live in the UK and they're moving to Portugal. What do they need? How to do the national visa, and because it is a lot of preparation for the UK appointment, and just to get that approved. And then once you have that, that only lasts 3 months, and then within 3 months you need to obviously be here, and you need to come to your appointment here, and then you need to get the official visa. So that's what I got yesterday, and it was easier than I could have ever imagined, and I'm so happy. But yeah, I was going to do a video about it because it has been a process, but it's all good now, so I'm super happy. I don't know if the lighting's any good right here, but I have a few little spotties, so I just want to use my concealer. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer, which I actually think it's okay. I got the shade Bisque. I don't know, I think it's pretty good. So yeah, it's this one. And yeah, I just feel like we came back yesterday, and I already was having a good day yesterday somehow. I woke up and everything went right, you know, got ready. I play a little game on my my tablet, Hearthstone. I don't know if anybody knows that. It's part of like the Battle.net / like World of Warcraft thing, but it's like with cards. It's super nerdy, but I play that on my tablet, and I play the Battlegrounds, and I got first place. So that was all. I was, you know, as soon as I got first place, I was like, oh, it's gonna be a good day, and it was a good day. It was silly like that, but yeah, it was a good day yesterday. We're obviously all really tired because our son has been really sick this week, so he hasn't really been sleeping very well, but he's better. He's hardly been eating because he has a sore throat and he doesn't want to eat, but he started feeling better yesterday. So like literally everything started to be better yesterday, and actually all through the week I literally had no voice. I was losing my voice. I still worked, but when I work I do have some phone calls. So some phone calls I honestly sounded so crazy. At one point I feel like my voice sounded pretty good, you know, in that like sort of Phoebe Buffay sexy voice type way, and I couldn't like really it would break apart if I tried to go really high, and actually it's a little bit still like that, so to be careful, but it's much better today. So yeah, I feel like everything is falling into place, so it's all good. I'm just gonna go in with my MAC Star Sighting eyeshadow, and yeah, I've been working on this. I really want to hit pan on this shade, so I'm going to do that in the crease. I feel like I could do it, so wish me luck. I think I could hit pan. I don't know how deep these pans are, but I think I could hit pan today, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm just going to sort of pack this in. I don't use a big fluffy brush for this. I don't know why. I just sort of like using this denser, rounder one, just to go over the shape of my eye. I don't know. I've really been enjoying this compact. It's not an eyeshadow palette that I pull a lot, but it's in my Pandas eyeshadows, and yeah, I've just been really enjoying it, more so than any other palette that I am supposed to be working on. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. Also, I guess Happy New Year, everyone. I mean, this is pretty late. We're already a couple of weeks into the new year, depending on when I post this, but Happy New Year anyway. I hope this year has been going okay for everyone. I mean, so far so good for me. Obviously, we all got sick, so that's not great, but you know, we had some good news, so that's better than nothing. And also just clarity, because if they hadn't extended the visa or given me an additional like 2 years on my visa, I would have had to have left literally in 2 days time. Like that was like the end date of my initial visa that they gave me. So yeah, fun times. Well, I did not hit pan on it today, but hopefully you can see there is a dip, so I really want to hit pan soon. I'm going to go in with my Yasmin Palette from Miley Beauty. I might depot this. I was just looking at it yesterday, and I might actually just depot it. I don't know why, but I really like the packaging, but for some reason I kind of want to depot it, so I might do that. at some point. I also have been thinking, I have a bronzer that I don't like, but it's like a huge compact from Makeup Revolution, and I was thinking of frankening it, so I might break it all up, add some loose powder into it. I don't know, tell me if this works, because I need to lighten it up a little bit. It's a little bit too dark. So if I add some like loose powder into it, and I have some loose powder that I don't particularly like, so it's like a nice way to sort of get through some of my makeup. If I add loose powder into that to lighten it up, will that work? Or do I need to do like a pressed powder? I don't know if the formula difference would be workable. And then I can add a little bit of a shimmer base too. So I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking I might franken one of my bronzers. So if you want me to film that, I could do that as well, if that interests anyone. So yeah, I'm gonna just play around with this. I've been playing around with it this week. I think actually I'm going to do something a little bit different. I have been going in with these two and just keeping it sort of pinky, but I think I'm going to go in with this Aish, which is beautiful. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go green today. Will that work? I'm not sure. I'm doing it. I'm just going to go with my finger and we will see what it looks like. I just think it's just a beautiful... it's so beautiful. Yeah, I just feel like this is the type of palette that I could depot. It is discontinued, you know, and it takes up room, and the shades are just so beautiful. I don't really have single eyeshadows in a magnetic palette, but I could, and then I will have one. I don't know. What do you think? So when I did my last Get Ready With Me, I noticed that when I was doing my eyeshadow, I got all over my nose, and no one said anything in the comments. I didn't notice it when I was filming, obviously. I don't know. I don't know, but it's not all over my nose. It's fine. But I don't know why nobody said you've got makeup all over your nose. Everyone was so nice about my video, saying, oh, it looks so lovely and everything. And no one pointed out the fact that I had it all over my face, which was really nice. Thank you, everyone, for not spotting the obvious. I'm going to go in with this Munasa shade. I'm just going to play around with it. This is also in one of my panning projects, this palette. So I just want to get some use out of it. Yeah, I'm just putting that over, just playing around. I'm not sure if I'm not finished with this look. I definitely want to do something else. I'm just neutralizing that color a little bit, and I'm not sure if I like it. I'm going to deepen out the ends now. So how's everyone doing? Is everyone still on their no buys? I have to admit, I'm not on a no buy on every category, but I am on a no buy on lipsticks, primers. It's been super hard because all I've seen are lipsticks and primers that I want to buy, but I have not purchased any. But I did just do an order on LOOKFANTASTIC last night. I did, but not on lipsticks and not on primers. But you know, I just had to, so I've done it. I'm actually going to change this look up a little bit. I'm going to go in with this orangey shade, which is called Bark. I mean, it's like an orange red. It's like a brick red, I guess. And this one, I'm going to try and fluff it out in the ends. I'm working not with the best mirror, so let me just see. I just want to sort of add a little bit more dimension to this. These are super pigmented, these ones, so that's another reason why I just love this palette. The mattes, you can't really get a lot of progress on them in terms of, because I tell you what, I have used this shade Trunk so many times and there is no dip. You cannot tell because it is so highly pigmented. It is beyond pigmented. It's crazy, but that is amazing. That's what's amazing about this palette. And then the shimmers are just to die for. I think the shimmers are gorgeous. Yeah, really upset that she's gone out of business because I really like this formula. I imagine I really want to try the Gimme Glow shimmers because I imagine they would be maybe even better than these and sort of the same type of texture. So those are on my radar, but yes, again, I'm not supposed to be shopping. couldn't help myself last night. You'll see. I will post it on my Instagram. I've been posting a lot more on Instagram, like trying to get into that because, you know, you kind of have to. And it's been fun. I love following everybody and what they're doing. And I'm just getting more into it. So yeah, if you don't follow me on Instagram, then go ahead. My Instagram handle is Gin and Talks because initially I was going to do my YouTube as I'm going to be drinking a glass of gin and tonic and then talking or whatever else or doing whatever. And I did my Instagram handle as Gin and Talks. And then obviously I very fast realized I don't want to do that. And I just have not changed my Instagram handle to Gabriella Frances, which is my YouTube name. That's not my full name, it's not my legal name, but it is, I mean, my name is Gabriella. So I wanted to, yeah, I could still change it, but then all of my previous videos that, you know, people might see will have the Gin and Talks, and I just don't want to change that. So yeah, it's a little bit of a nuisance, but that's fine. I think I'm going to go into a different palette. I'm going to go into my Nomad palette now. This is the Cartagena Magica. Who was it who said, they said this name properly. It was the Cartagena Magica, something like that. So I'm going to actually go into this shade because I think it will work nicely. This is the Eres El Mundo shade. This is also in my Panos eyeshadow. So all of these palettes I need to work on. So that's what I'm doing. And you're just going to be watching me. So yeah, I'm actually just going to cover that shade that I did. I just didn't, you know, it's a pretty shade, but I think this one kind of works a little bit nicer. Yeah, that one, I think this one I prefer. I really love this palette. It's so beautiful. It's definitely more of a summer palette for me. Oops. It's definitely more of a summer palette for me, but still absolutely beautiful. If you can hear that beeping, that's just my washing machine. It just means that the wash is over with and I need to now put them in the dryer, but I will do that in a second. Yeah, super pretty. I think I'm going to stay in this palette and I'm going to use this red shade here to do sort of a little bit of a winged effect. So this is called Otro Demonios. I also have this new system where any makeup brush, because I washed all my brushes, which was wonderful. I have this system where any makeup brushes that I have already used, I have them in like a used makeup brush pile, and then any new ones are separate. So I can keep track of what is dirty and what's not, because I wasn't doing that before and it was getting awfully messy. So this one is washed. So let's see what this looks like. This is like a beautiful red. Oh, I didn't really have a plan on what sort of makeup look I wanted to do. I'm just playing around and talking because that's what I want to do. I think when I have this hair color, I actually don't really suit warm tone looks. And then when I have my natural hair color, which is dark brown, I do. But also I think when I have a tan, I suit more warm tones. But I really like warm tones. I just think cool tones probably suit me a little bit better at this point. But you know, I'm learning, I'm figuring it out. See, I think that's really pretty. It's like a little sunrise. I'm going to go in with Amores Contrariados. I don't know how to say any of these, but bear with me. I'm just going to go underneath my eye for this one. This one's actually a similar color to that MAC one. This is good because I was wanting to use this blush and show it on screen, like how I use it, because this one is a really hard blush to use and a blush that I absolutely really don't like, but I'm trying to work through. But let me just do my bronzer. So I think for bronzer wise, I'm not going to do a cream one. Actually, should I do? Yeah, I'll do a cream one. I'll actually use my ABH. I really like this. I use just a little brush like this, and yeah, I made a little bit of a dent, so I think it's pretty cool. The only thing that I wish this one was a little bit more, I feel like if it was a little bit less warm tone, it would be perfect. So I might have got the wrong shade for me. I can make it work. And I think when I have a tan in spring, summertime, it would be a lot better. But I think right now I have to blend it out quite a bit. But it's fine. I really like it. It's really easy to blend out. I've never had any patchiness with it at all. So I have really enjoyed it. And I'm so happy that I bought it because I don't know. I just wasn't that interested in getting it, and then I got it and I'm so happy. Then I got it. That's what I'm going to do for that one. The e.l.f. one that I have is actually a slightly better color for me. I think I don't know if I like the texture as much, but this one has left me a little bit patchy, but it's just a slightly better tone than the ABH, unfortunately. For now, I think for summer it'll be fine. But I'm going to go in with this one now. So this is from Down in Paris. And it is the blush. It's a botanical extract of Marebellian Vulgar for your natural skin. I don't even know what that is. But I put a couple dots here, a couple dots here. I think it'll go with this look because it's like a burnt orange effect. And I literally just go in with my sponge and I blend it out as best I can. And this is the only way that I've been able to make it work for me, because otherwise it doesn't look good. See, I think that looks okay. I just have to be really careful not to put too much on. Like, I think even then I could probably put a little bit more. I'm going to go a little bit more and see if I can put a little bit more on. Yeah, we'll see. I might have put too much on this side, but just keep blending it. I don't know, you see? I've probably put way too much on now. Yeah, you see that's the problem with it. I put a little bit too much on. This side's okay, but that other side is looking a little bit rough. So let me just go. Just go on this side. You see? I don't know if you can tell, but it's sort of lifted around here, so it's not the best. It's just difficult to work with. I'm gonna go in with a powder bronzer. So this one is from Kiko Milano. It's the Lost in Amalfi, and I'm just going to sort of put it a little bit over here. I think all of these products are either Project Pan products or, yeah, I think they're all Project Pan products. I don't think any of these are even in my Shop My Stash, or maybe they were. Yeah, the Urban Decay was, but a lot of these others are not. They're all items that I want to work with. So I think we're just with the blush. I'm gonna go in with my trusty L'Oreal lip blush because I am still working on this one, and I'm just gonna go very heavy on the blush here. So that is looking a little bit wild, to be honest. Let me just have a look. Yeah, it looks a little bit off. I'm going to put a little bit here, a little bit here, and just sort of blend out a little bit more. So yeah, I just wanted to show you what happens when I try to use that product. I think what I have to do is just keep it subtle. So at first it looked fine, and I think I just need to keep it subtle like that, because the second layer definitely on this side ruined the effect of it. I think when it works, it looks quite nice, but then when it doesn't work, it don't look nice. So, and then I have been on a powder kick. So I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Match Perfection because I'm trying to pan this one as well. And I'm actually doing a really good job. But I think there's so much fallout with this that it's just one of those things where I will get through it. Not because I've used up all the product, but because a lot of the product is lost in the kick up and just everywhere. Like powder just gets absolutely everywhere. But it's fine. I'm trying to work on it as best I can. So yeah. I want to do red today. This is Lancome, and it's, I don't think it has a shade name. It's 134. Formula is a little thin on this one. You have to really build it up. I think that's as nice as I can get it to look, but it's definitely quite patchy, and I probably should have put a lip liner on there. I actually even had this lip liner that I could have used, but I didn't even think about it. It's the Essence one. I should have done that. But yeah, let me just put some mascara on. I'm going to do my Lash Princess. I actually just got the waterproof version of this because I really like it. It just transfers a lot. So I'm thinking if I get the waterproof one, then maybe that would be better. So there you have it. That is my look for today. I actually like the way it came out. I wasn't planning on doing a sunset look with red lips, but you know what? You just go with what you're feeling. And obviously I was feeling sunsetty and red lip. And yeah, I'm super, I feel like a little bit, as I said, uplifted and feeling a little bit more positive, even though I'm sick. You know, it's nice that things are going right. So I hope everyone is doing well. If you like the look, let me know. And yeah, how are you doing with all your projects? I feel like I've done all my intros and now I'm like, well, now what? Because I can't go and buy anything and I just need to work on it. I'm really enjoying like working on my palettes in my projects. I really want to like get my pan percentage down or up. Yeah, I want to get my pan percentage up because it is like a 1% or something. Not even, maybe it might not even be 1% because I have so many pans now because I went on such a buying craze last year. And yeah, so I have used like 3 palettes for this look, but obviously I went over some shades. But yeah, I like the way it turned out and I like the red lips. Hopefully everyone is doing well and you're having a good start of this year. I really hope everyone has a really good 2022. I feel like the last 2 years have been really hard on everyone. I mean, that's without saying anyone who's lost loved ones or is still going through it. You know, I just want to send my love out to you all. It's been a really tough couple of years, even with everyone's mental health. I know that I've suffered and I know people who have suffered and are still suffering. So, you know, my heart goes out to everyone who is still dealing with all of that and is still in the thick of it all, because a lot of us tend to act like, you know, things are better, which in hindsight, I guess they are better than where they were, but there's still a lot of cases happening. There's still a lot of people getting ill, people passing away, and you know, it's just been a really tough couple of years for everyone. So as much as we all like to pretend that, you know, the world isn't going downhill, you know, it's hard to ignore it at times. And I feel like when I don't mention anything on my videos, it's not because I don't care about what's going on in the world. It's simply because this is an escape and I don't want to bring that to everyone's focus. I just want everyone to be, you know, mindful of others, stay safe, continue to try to be positive, and yeah, hopefully we can all have a better year this year. I know last year some people had better years than 2020, but I feel like the last couple of years have really just been a struggle. And yeah, fingers crossed this year will just be that little bit better. And yeah, hopefully everyone is well. And I'll see you next time. Bye.